Hello everyone, I am Ryan3127, and this is definitely a little bit different than what you usually see in my videos. Usually when I'm already loaded into whatever Minecraft world I'm playing in my game, but that's because this series is a little bit different. This series is going to be named Introduction to Minecraft, and it's going to focus on methodically going through and introducing people to everything about Minecraft. So, yeah, it's when I say everything, I'm going to first go through all the options on this screen before I even get into the game. So, a little bit of history of Minecraft first. Minecraft is a game produced by Mojang Studios and was originally released in 2000, well, officially released in 2009. Before that, Minecraft was of course online, but it was in something called beta, which means it was not finished, it was not officially released. But in 2009, version 1.0 was released and could be purchased through Mojang Studios. First things first, the Java Edition subtitle. Since its release in 2009, Minecraft has been created on multiple different platforms. You can find a version of Minecraft on your phone, of course for your computer, for the Xbox, the PlayStation, most recently the Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo 3DS version. So the Java edition, when Minecraft originally released on the computer, it required the Java runtime environment, which was Java, on your computer to actually run. It has since removed that requirement and no longer requires Java, but I believe the Java edition subtitle is just kind of an homage to the original programming that Minecraft relied on. This yellow subtitle changes every time you load into the game, and right now it's soap and water to help remind players that they do have to wash their hands, especially surrounding the coronavirus right now. The next thing is this Minecraft 1.5.2 thing. So, like I said before, Minecraft originally released, officially released as Minecraft 1.0. And over the past 11 years, Mojang has regularly released content updates in the form of bug fixes, new features, blocks, animals. Pretty much everything you see on the screen here was at one point released in its own content updates. If you look at these white flowers, these were not originally part of the game and were added. Let's see, what else? Oh, the bees. Bees were a very recent addition. I believe not even a year ago, they were added. But yeah, Minecraft 1.15.2 is the newest version. And if you're ever wondering about what Minecraft version you are playing on, it will always show up right here. Now, the look of Minecraft here is probably a little bit different than what you're seeing. That's because I'm using something called a resource pack. I like the original graphics of Minecraft, but I wanted them to be a little bit more polished since I'm actually going to be doing this video. So I'm using a resource pack called Faithful 64, and I will talk more about resource packs in a bit. But the reason I'm telling you this is that you know that this whole thing, it looks a little bit different because of the resource packs. So I'm gonna now go through what each of these buttons is. First, we'll start with the options menu. So, starting from the top, FOV means field of view. It is very rare that you'll have to change this option, right? If you change this option, the amount of things you can see in the game goes either up or down. So if you make field of view max, you're suddenly going to see all. In real life, you have peripheral vision, right? So you can see things out of the corner of your eye. But the more you move up field of view, those things that you would usually see out of the corner of your eye, they suddenly get kind of squeezed into being like in front of you. It's hard to explain. Just field of view should be stuck at normal. So the next thing, I'm sure if you've looked in any of my other videos, you'll see that in Minecraft, my character looks like the Flash, who is a superhero from a CW TV show. I do not own the rights to Flash, sadly. And that is called a skin. It makes your character look different, and you can find skins for almost anything. And that's really all I have to say about skins. I'm not actually going to go into video controller sounds or chat or accessibility or language, really. These are all self-explanatory, and if you have issues, you should Google it. Resource packs, though, I do think I should talk about this quick. Resource packs change the way Minecraft looks and the sounds that are in Minecraft. I like Faithful 64 mostly because it mostly stays true to the original look and feel of Minecraft, but it's just smoother. Resource packs can be anything from other types of video game art to making everything look like a movie. There's even a resource pack that makes everything kind of feel like one of those old-time black and white no sound movies, which is pretty cool. Multiplayer is self-explanatory. I'm not going to get into Minecraft Realms because neither of these will actually be important for our channel. So let's look at single player. So, as you can see, I already have a intro world that I'm going to be using. But when you load up to Minecraft, this area is blank. You hit create new world, you name the world, whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to call it new world for now. And there are a couple of different modes. Survival mode, like it says, you search for resources, you craft, you gain levels, but you can die. You can get attacked by monsters, you can die, you can lose your stuff. But this is the way almost everyone plays Minecraft. Well, a lot of people on YouTube playthroughs, they play survival mode. Hardcore is, like it says, locked at the hardest difficulty, and when you die, the game gets the game world gets deleted. You don't get a do-over. Creative, like it says, unlimited resources. You could destroy blocks instantly and free flying. These more worlds options are interesting. A seed is a string of numbers that, if you put into this box, will generate a specific world. So if I have a string of 12 numbers, and I put it into this world generator, then it will create the world that is connected to that seed. And there are an infinite number of seeds. It is I don't think I've ever gotten the same world twice without putting in a seed. And I've never seen anyone get that. Like, I've never heard anyone talking about getting that to happen randomly online. First, this generate structures thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. There are a lot of different structures, including villages, strongholds, dungeons. You always want to leave this on. You don't have to touch it. Allowing cheats, I usually leave it off, because if you really need to cheat for something, like, say, you need to put mob griefing off because you're playing a skyblock and you really, really don't want a creeper to blow up in your face and destroy your entire island, you can just go into... There are ways around it that I'll show you later. Oh, and if you didn't get that reference, it's what I did in the first episode of Skyblock, or Sky Adventures. So, you can see that episode if you want more information. The bonus chest just kind of leaves a chest near where you spawn that gives you some stuff. I'm going to put it on just for this world so that you can kind of see what it is. Now, most of the time you'll want to play in a default world type, but there are a couple of other different types. I'll go through each one. Default is your regular Minecraft experience, ton of biomes, ton of stuff to explore, infinite worlds. Super flat is literally just a flat world. There is nothing. There is just a slab of dirt and a slab of bedrock. No rock, no... Or, unless you customize it, and you can add layers, you can do whatever you want. You can make the world what you want from the menu. Next is large biomes. It's very much like default, except the biomes are huge. Biomes are like the forest, the plains. They're expanded. Amplified is like huge mountains. Everything is turned up. Every dial is turned up to 11, right? It's not harder, but it's weird. And Buffet is just I believe it's just a single biome or a single world type. I am, of course, going to do default. I'm going to create the world. Takes a couple of minutes to load, though you get this cool animation. And you give it a couple of minutes for everything to load up. Everything's about loaded up now. And this is Minecraft. So, as you can already tell, there are different biomes. The desert, we're in a plains right now. There's a nice birch forest, because you can see the birch trees. You got some chickens. Cute guys. You got your little chest. So now, I'm going to start explaining some stuff. The hearts above above this little bar are your health, and the chopsticks are or not chopsticks, but like pork chops are your hunger. You eat food to replenish your hunger, and as long as your hunger is full, you will automatically regain your health. The bar directly under that is the experience gauge. It fills up when you get experience points for, like, killing monsters. The boxes under that is called the quick bar, and the white box highlights what item is currently in your hand. As you can see, as this white box is on the apple, I've got the apple in my hand. You can destroy things in Minecraft, of course, and by hitting a single, this is your inventory, okay? This is your quick bar. You can move things around, and this is your actual, like, inventory. You can put things in there, and it doesn't show up on your quick bar, but this is a lot of storage. This is where your armor goes when you eventually make armor. This is where your shields go if you do eventually make a shield. And this is your basic crafting to create things. And this is your recipe book, which tells you some recipes once you actually get stuff to put in there. This, if you're new to Minecraft, this will be your best friend. The first thing in any game of Minecraft is going to be finding a tree and punching it. If you'll see how the tree begins to break up, that's because I'm holding down the left mouse button and I'm breaking it. And once you get it, you get an oak log, and getting that oak log gets you these different recipes. So you put the oak log into the crafting interface, and you get oak planks. These oak planks can then be used for a lot of things, but one of the things you can use them for is a crafting table. This is the first thing you craft, because with it, you can create tools, you can create armor, you can create pretty much anything you need from this crafting table. After you have the crafting table, what I usually do is I punch this wood a little bit more. Enough so that I can get more oak planks. One of the things that you need in order to create any type of tool is sticks. You get the sticks, and you make, say, a wooden pickaxe, or a wooden axe, a wooden hoe, a shovel, or a sword. And each of these tools have different properties, of course. The thing we want a lot right now is the wooden pickaxe. Every level of pickaxe allows you to mine stronger and stronger things. There are only two things that this wooden pickaxe can mine right now. It can mine stone, and it can mine coal. The reason I'm digging down right now is because I really want to pick up some stone. Wooden tools are not the greatest. They break quickly, and they don't do a lot of damage or mine quickly. So instead of actually taking the time and crafting wooden tools, I like to get a little bit of stone, and I like to craft stone tools as quickly as possible. So I'm going to create one of each tool to show you what they're all used for. And one of the big things about Minecraft is managing your inventory, but that's obvious. So, the sword. First things first, the sword. The sword is, of course, for fighting enemy monsters. It has the highest attack speed and the highest attack damage of any of the other... Well, not the highest attack damage, but the highest attack speed of any other tool. And it is only good for fighting enemies, or fighting monsters, or fighting animals. It is also really good at destroying cobwebs, for some reason. And that's it. Second is your pickaxe. Like I said before, the pickaxe allows you to mine stone, the different types of stone, ores, and as you get better pickaxes, you can mine more and more types of ores. The axe is good for chopping wood, and for hitting things. It's slower attack speed, but does more damage. The shovel is good for mining dirt, sand, and clay, and gravel. And that's really it. The hoe, out of all of the tools, the hoe is not the worst, but the least useful. The hoe's only purpose is to till land so that you can plant seeds and stuff. Seeds, when close to water, will eventually grow into wheat. Wheat can be used to create bread and other food. And a quick point here. There are not just wheat seeds. There are carrots. You can you can create your own little farm, and you could be a gentleman farmer if you really want to be. Or a lady farmer, I guess. And each of these tools, if you'll see the green bar that showed up after I tilled that land, that's because each of these tools has a durability. Every time you use these tools, they slowly deteriorate. And that is the case with all tools. And as tools, the better the tool, the more durability it has, right? If you'll see how that bar is slowly deteriorating as I keep tilling land, that's because the tool is quickly deteriorating. And eventually, when that bar runs out, the tool will just break. Now, I'm trying to prove a point. 1 minute. Do you see how this land suddenly got untilled, like right there? That's because it's too far from water. That's an issue. And it should untill again in a minute. This isn't untilling because there's probably a source block of water somewhere under the ground. But I could be wrong. Now you can see the difference in the tilled land. This has more nutrients, stuff will grow faster, and this isn't. It's fertilized isn't the right word, but I'll say hydrated, but it eventually will become hydrated. So I'm just gonna plant some more seeds, and eventually this will create enough bread for me to live on. And as you can see, this stone hoe is very, very quickly deteriorating. You can repair it by combining it with another stone hoe, but I don't feel the need to. Now, the shovel, like I said, is useful for picking up dirt. It's also very useful for picking up sand and also clay and gravel. So, let me just collect this clay. I'm trying to prove a point, so... Oh, great. The first day is done. So when the sun goes down, and it's nighttime, monsters begin to spawn. Monsters attack you, most of the time, and I'll figure out what happened there later. Monsters attack you, and you have to fight them, because this is a video game, and reasons. So, where is the first monster that's gonna spawn? Come on. Don't be afraid. I've just got this big stone sword to hit you with. Come on. Come on, don't be afraid. Well, what I'm doing right now is sprinting, I'm just moving quicker. It eats up more food, but it's worth it. Okay, so these are monsters. This first guy is a zombie. He just kind of walks towards you, and he hits you. And he's really, really mean and rude. That guy right there, he's a creeper. He blows up in your face and destroys everything around him. And as you can see, my sword is losing durability. Okay, see how that creeper lights up like the 4th of July fireworks? That is because he blows up. He has a piece of TNT in his head, and if you don't kill him, he blows up, and he's really, really mean. And, yeah. And as you can see how the the pork chops are slowly deteriorating. That's because I need to eat food. Now, those skeletons. Skeletons are also pretty mean. They shoot arrows at you, and they're really mean. See how this skeleton shoots arrows at me? Both of them. I didn't even antagonize them. They're just mean, and they hurt. And you can get them, if you're really good at the game, you can get them to shoot each other. Because once one of them shoots one, they hit each other and they get hurt. And what I just did was die. You respawn at the world's spawn point, or at the bed if you've actually made one, like I was too lazy to do today. And you pick up whatever. Weapons you have, and you go back at them. Now, see how all of these items are just kind of laying on the ground? They will disappear after a couple of moments. And they will just not come back. Right? And they will be lost forever. Oh! This guy's a spider. During the day, if you find them during the day, they won't attack you unless you attack them. But during the night, they're really mean. And they're rude. And they sneak up on you, and they're spiders. I mean, I don't like spiders. So, yeah. Ooh, perfect time to test this. So, if you lure a creeper into the water, see how the creeper kind of avoids the water? Well, when you lure a creeper into the water, if they blow up, there is no damage to the surrounding landscape. It's because the creeper's blow up is contained by the water. Oh, and see how my inventory is starting to get full? When your inventory completely fills up, you put stuff in the in chests, and you can access it later. And see, now that my food level is full, my health starts to regenerate. So now I'm going to go hunting, because I want to get this skeleton and this spider. When you kill monsters, they drop things. Things and stuff. And a lot of the things that they drop, the only way to actually get it is to kill these monsters. Like the bones and the bones that the skeletons drop, the eyes of the spiders, the rotten flesh, the string. The string is really important. Let's see if I can get this. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it, Mr. Skeleton. Hit the zombie. Hit him between the eyes. Right between the eyes. Nope. Okay. Oh, you hit me right in between the eyes. Good job, I guess. Even if you're being a real mean person. Now, I have no food left, and I am very, very close to dying again. So, what can I do? Well, I can eat the rotten flesh. Rotten flesh does increase your health, but has the chance... increase your food, but has the chance to make you hungry, which very quickly, as you can see, begins to reduce the amount of food you have. And now it's only a chance, and yeah, it's not a good idea to actually eat rotten flesh if you have any other alternatives, but I've really... Come on, just... Ah! If you don't have any weapons, you can, of course, hit the skeletons and stuff with your fists, but it's not very effective. You can eventually kill them, though. It takes about 4 minutes for your items to disappear. So, yeah. I've got a little bit of time. If you'll see those, like, glowing orbs, those were experience points. Every time I kill a monster, I get little bits of experience, which can be later used for a couple of things. So, we're about halfway through the night. the monster stops spawning during the day, and any monsters that did spawn, like the zombies and the skeletons, they'll catch on fire and they'll die. Let's say hello to this little... What is the term for a group of creepers? I mean, I know for cats it's a clouder, and for crows it's a murder, but what is it for creepers? A boombox? Yeah, I have no idea. Huh. Well. So what I just did was I mined some coal. Coal can be used for torches, and which A, light up the area, and B, keep mobs from spawning within the light. And I'm sure you're wondering why I keep dying. Well, that is because I have absolutely no armor, and usually I avoid actually fighting in this, like, the first night. Oh, and just to be funny, I'm going to kill this skeleton with a shovel. It's probably going to result... Oh, it didn't result in me dying. That's nice. Now I've got my sword back out. And see, the sun's coming up. Thank goodness. Oh, and if you can get creepers to explode right next to the enemy, that's very helpful. Now let's find a zombie to watch as the sun comes up. Well, once the sun actually shows up. Because apparently it's being lazy today. You can't get... You got me. Good job. But you can't get me. And I can get you. And I can kill you. But I'm not going to. I'm going to let the sun do it. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Oh. No! No! No, 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 no. Let's... Okay, there's no one behind me. So, now that the sun is up, any second now, yep, see? They just start to catch on fire and they get hurt. Kind of like vampires. Sadly, the creepers don't have the same weakness. Sadly, the creepers do not have the same weakness. Oh, and, by the way, if I had been killed by the zombie just before the creeper blew up, all of my items would have been destroyed by the creeper. And that would have really, really not been good. Anyway, that is day 1 of the Minecraft Introduction to Minecraft series. I hope it's been informative. Please leave questions in the comments, and tomorrow I will upload the second episode. Bye!